Dogs are part of the mammals classification. A classification is when a dog, when scientists want to refer to a dog or something or the class of a dog, they don't have to list some of the animals out of the classification. They do it because it's easier, and if they need to put it in a group with different people, like I don't know, say if a American and a Chinese person came and had to classify a dog or classify something or need to talk about a classification, they can't just say dog because they might say dog differently there. So they might say the mammal classification instead of a dog because it's much simpler and easier for everybody. It's simpler for them, um, simpler for the scientists, so they can have more communication over the people who's over I don't know, like China to Jamaica to Japan. They do it so it's easier. Um, the symmetry of a dog is bilateral symmetry. That means the symmetry you can cut straight down it and cut straight down, and the dog will have the same amount of size on each side. Uh, one of the things that one of the things that symmetry there's three types of symmetry: radial symmetry and asymmetry, and bilateral symmetry. Symmetry is just you can cut a dog in radical radical symmetry is you can cut diagonal and you get the exact same. You can get if you cut an asymmetry, like if you cut an asymmetry, like in different groups, straight down and stuff, and you do that, and you'll always get the same exact size for it because you'll get the same amount of size because it is easier, better, and faster for scientists to say, okay, if we wanted to cut something up, we could just divide it up into groups. So let's say a bug. You can cut a bug bilateral symmetry, but you can't cut it radial symmetry or asymmetry because they'll always equal a different size. So when something's too long, you will always have to cut it down the middle because if it's longer than longer and has width, you have to cut it down the middle. And if you want to cut it I don't know, like a like a like a turtle. If you want to cut a turtle, you're gonna do a radial symmetry, um, or you can go diagonal symmetry. Which is easier? I don't know, but who knows? Um, the types of systems a dog has for control is the nervous system, so it helps it control its body and move in different directions. Um, the support it has is an endoskeleton. The way it eats its food is through the mouth. It's feeding through the mouth. They have a digestion system, so it burns the axis and gives them the nutrients to their body. Um, yeah, that's all for the nervous system. A nervous system. Well, control means when you hear control as a science, it usually means what helps them move their body. Um, if you hear support in the body, you might have three answers like endoskeleton, exoskeleton. Well, not three answers, two answers, exoskeleton and stuff. Because it is simpler. People find it simpler. It's simpler than just saying, "Hey, a bug has a outside of a skeleton." What would you call that? They say endoskeleton because it's much simpler and helps them. Um, for feeding, when it says feeding, it usually is asking how does he eat and stuff, and for digestion, it means how did the food get digested. Um, the behaviors of a dog are good sometimes. They might bark a little because they're anxious and stuff. Um, the way it communicates is through barking. Barking usually helps it communicate with other dogs, and it helps them to tell dogs what they're doing. They might have a way of telling which bark is different. The behaviors usually mean how does it act usually? Like what is it usually gonna do? Like is it your dog gonna sit down sometimes, or is it gonna just stay there? Or barking. The barking might be different different as communication. Communication can mean for any plant. Like a dolphin. A dolphin has, I can't remember what a dolphin has, but it communicates through sound waves. That's it.